Hey guys, it's Charlie, and this is take 2 of the walkthrough of my place. I do plan to do one more walkthrough once some centerpieces arrive, but that's going to be later in January-ish still. So just going to keep basically going up right here and just kind of make my way around, show everything that I got. Couple little like Funko Pops, some dolls. You'll see like a Captain Marvel up there. She's one of my favorite superhero characters. I'm also a really big fan of Spider-Gwen, but you'll see a lot of her. Spider-Gwen is basically my favorite variation of Spider-Man. So these 3 posters right here, these are like my 3 favorite movies right here. Like Back to the Future is my favorite movie. Aliens is my favorite sequel, and another movie that I grew up watching and loving. And then also, They Live is one of many John Carpenter underrated films, and John Carpenter is my favorite director. So you'll see like some NECAs right there out of box, and you also see Swoop of the Dinobot team right there. He's my favorite Dinobot. You'll see my Creepshow mask right there again, and that is my plushie wall of fame right there, Mount Rushmore. You'll see underneath Nate and the tattoo gremlins there that I have my favorite movies. So that's where I put them so I can have easy access to them. So you'll see like Spider-Man. You'll also see things like Doctor Strange, Inglourious Bastards, X-Men Days of Future Past. These films at the bottom right here, these are my franchise collections. So you'll see, like, for example, like my Universal Monsters, Alien, Evil Dead, also like my Giallos, my Studio Ghiblis. Couple of like movie production books that I got right there. My Tales from the Crypt comic collections. Some figures right there, like my Bat Gremlin, a Raptor, and a Xenomorph. These posters up here, those are from Shout Factory. Whenever they do a new release of a movie, they usually release it with a limited edition poster. So those are the ones that I keep. Now here, I got my magazines. Before, I don't think it was very clear what was in there, and I also got some comics right there as well too. I am a comics guy, and that's my They Live mask. I had some big portfolios that were in that way, kind of blocking. Those items in those posters are my 24/7 posters. So I put them in portfolios when they're not on the walls because of limited wall space, so I can't put everybody up, even though I would love to. So right here, I got my Tales from the Crypt collection right here. That's the TV series right there. Next to a couple of superhero figures and a couple various horror figures. That is my Spider-Gwen doll right there. Next to my Nightbreed poster. We also got Annie right there as Mr. Freeze. And Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange. There's my Brain Gremlin. There is also a VHS of Tales from the Crypt. And you'll see like a couple different posters and things like that as well. And you'll see the princess right there showing off her floofy tail. Hey, princessa. There's a Megatron little mini picture there. My favorite celebrity crush right there. Eliza Dushku, Faith from Buffy. There are my Star Wars plushies right there. And then 2 of my NECAs that I've kept in box, which is Nurse Freddy and Michael Myers from Halloween 2, my favorite Halloween movie. A couple other little guys right here, an Elvira figure next to a Scarlet Witch doll right there. That's my Michael Myers bust from Spirit Halloween, next to the Adam West Batman, one of my favorite iterations of Batman, with Indy, Xena, Soundwave, and the Batmobile. So a couple little guys right here next to my Nightmare on Elm Street VHS. I have my medical book collection and my Carly Beth mask that I wasn't able to show because I walked right past it last time. Those are my medical books. As I said, I'm trying to go back to school now to be either a rad tech or an EMT. So that's where I keep all my books when I feel like studying while waiting to go back to school right now. So these are my Transformer wall right here, and I also moved my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here because it felt right to put those guys together. And then there's that RoboCop poster that I adore. He stays right there stationary with those Transformers because you have to say no to drugs. There is my Big Trouble Little China poster moved back up here into the front room instead of in that hallway. I had a shelf that was there previously. I've since moved those shelves. Like, I've rearranged those entirely. So you're going to see completely different things right here. Oh, also underneath right here, I forgot to mention it. That's my James Bond collection right there. And Bruce Lee films. That's my Raiders of the Lost Ark poster right there. That's one of my favorite action movies from the 80s. That poster never gets rotated out. There's always going to be some iteration of that poster there. Next to some of my 4Ks, even though I don't have a 4K TV yet. Waiting until one of mine goes out or one of my players goes out before I swap over. But I also have like the Shout Factories, like for releases for Halloween, Friday the 13th, and the Nightmare on Elm Street release that Warner Brothers did. Also next to a couple of plastic masks right there. And you'll see that I got a couple of guys up there. Some of those album cover Funkos. Next to a VHS of Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And my lamp, which I have Wolverine and Spider-Man's mask. Next to a Dread poster. And some Star Wars stuff that I have. My AT-AT and my little fish thingy from Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Not a Phantom Menace fan, I just like the look of that guy, so that stays right there. A couple books right there. Those are like my Egyptology and like history books right there. It's like a history section I basically got next to Chucky right there. And there is my Creep from Creepshow in the Ghost Trap holding the VHS of Late Night with the Devil. And then there is Mario, everybody, Mario. Couple little screenplays right there. Just moving down. Keeping things going, keeping the pace going. Don't want it to drag too much. Those are my Art of Marvel books, next to some of my favorite masks. And some Stephen King books that deserve their own section of to-read pile. Couple NECAs right there. Next to a Freddy glove from Spirit Halloween. And my Mosasaurus. Beside a sign for Las Vegas. And Bartleby and Loki from Dogma. And Kitty Pryde. Because Kitty Pryde's awesome too. There's Thor and my Brachiosaur next to Wonder Woman. These books right here, these are my Barnes & Noble collections right here. I kind of bypassed those the last time. I do like mini posters, so you'll see a lot of different mini posters and things like that. This right here, this is more or less my superhero collection right here. And just a couple little guys that are in special boxes like Spider-Man collection and Ghostbusters 1 and 2 and Shawshank Redemption, which is an awesome movie. You're doing yourself a disservice if you've never seen that one there. There is my Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors poster. Next to the franchise collection and a T-Rex behind the title fighters right here. I did create that last night after... I didn't watch the fight last night, but I know of it. But yeah, that section has kind of stayed more or less movie-wise right there. Couple more NECAs right here next to my rice. And some movies right here. This is just a couple of my favorite selections from like Umbrella Entertainment, Kino Lorber, Arrow, and Second Sight. That is an Elvira comic right there. Beside the Fog and the Mutilator. And my Spider-Man Far From Home Funkos. And there is my Ghostbusters USA Today newspaper. Beside a few of my white framed posters that have the white border. Those guys stay together because I like the look of it, that general feel. There's my fridge. There's the princess. There's a litter box in there, so she wants to use the litter box. Next to Roxetta. Hey, Roxetta! How you doing, girl? Okay. There is Onyx. Next to a couple little guys right here and a Back to the Future frame that came from Ross. Okay, so we're making our way back down over here. There's Tom Petty, my favorite singer, rest in peace, next to the Scarlet Witch, and Eliza Dushku. So this is completely changed around over here. I moved my RoboCop 2 poster into the front room, and I moved the Night of the Creeps poster into the bedroom now. So right there, that is from a place that's no longer in business. It was called Icons of Darkness in LA. Went there with some high school buddies 2 Halloweens ago. And it basically had a lot of like movie props and stuff of like different like horror, superhero, and different things like that that I was into. And I thought it was awesome, so I made a collage of the pictures I took. A couple other little guys right here. Those are my big 3 of horror signs right there next to Bubba Hotep because Bruce Campbell was awesome. Gremlins Daffy still in box right there next to some Star Wars collectibles. Couple little guys right there. New wall of mini posters right there that's been recently created. Next to my Avengers Infinity War. And also Mini Robo and Gremlins 2. Jason Mask. Beside a few movie collections right here. Not a whole lot has changed here. It's more or less about the same. Just a second batch of like Transformers right there. Transformers wall. Okay. Hey, princess. All right. We're at the tail end right here, guys. So that is my Night of the Demons poster with the Thing. Those guys are basically paired together. My clothes right there, next to a face hugger. They give you quite a sales talk, don't they? A couple little books and my Star-Lord mask right there. Also missed one more right here. Let me go back right there. Okay, so this is collections right here. So that's basically Anne Rice, Interview with the Vampire, Lord of the Rings, Goosebumps, and some Marvel books right there. Where I moved the Marvel comics from earlier, that's where I put those. That's where they were originally. A couple little things here have changed. I opened up more of the closet by moving that out here. Inside that ottoman, I put my hoodies. You can also see that I got more of my lights on now. I didn't have them on the last time, so now you get to see how everything's lit up. I forgot to mention my Mogwai collection right over there where my Stephen King books are, but that's okay. I mentioned them the last time, and I mean, you can't get them all. So right over here, some inbox stuff I have. That's my Aliens and Ghostbusters figure. Beside Pinhead Michael, as I call him, because he's got pins in his head. And Animal. I also moved my Bates Motel sign right here into the bedroom. And there's my Night of the Creeps poster that I like. So now I get to see him more in my bedroom now for a while until I decide to move it again. Besides some superhero stuff and Freddy. That's the Phantom and Spider-Man's. Spider-Man. Okay. Kind of like a little white border poster, mini poster thing going on here with like Big Trouble in Little China, Friday the 13th, and The Evil Dead. Those guys just work really well together. And also Chucky came out of hibernation because I put him into a frame now. Besides Scarlet Witch and some little Transformers poster cards. That's the Dreadnoughtus next to my Talking Freddy doll. My Taco Bell Chihuahuas. Beside Hunger Games and Typo Negative. And then the last little bit before I cut this video, some little books that I like right there. And this is now where my TV series go right here. Now I don't have all of them here. A lot of my movies, they're in not my movies, a lot of my TV shows, because I don't like sometimes how they're packaged when you have entire collections. I put them in CD wallets. The CD wallets are going to be inside that same bookcase where I have my Marvel comics in the front room. And then, as I said, the posters that I don't use or frame or display, they're inside these little portfolios right here. So the 24 by 18 ones right there, that's that big guy right there. Some minis right there for the mini posters. It's all organized, so at least I can open up those binders sometimes and look at the posters that I don't display. But yeah, it opened it up more so we could see my magazine collection now that it's in here instead. Okay, guys. Well, we almost got to 20 minutes on this one here, so hope you guys enjoyed it. And then, as I said, there's still one more walkthrough I'm going to do when those set pieces come in.